Now, we all know walking is good for us.
Of course, but a new study shows it can actually increase your lifespan, especially for older men. Dr. Zorba Paster joins us from his clinic in Oregon. Good to see you, Zorba.
Good to see you.
This is good timing because we're all indulging a little bit at this time of the year. And this study was very interesting. It was researchers in Australia that took on an interesting question about how fast does the Grim Reaper walk?
That's right. How fast is the Grim Reaper of Death? Well, you know the Grim Reaper of Death, the guy with the hood and the sickle who wants to, grab you and take you down to the netherworld. And it's a tongue-in-cheek way of saying where does speed count in terms of walking? And so this was a study of roughly about 1,700 men followed over a 5-year period. They did a walking test around the beginning of the study. They walked 20 feet, see how fast they could walk. They did a test several years later and at the end of the study. And then they monitored them during the study to see if they engaged in regular exercise. And there were roughly about 175, 180 men who died. None of the men who walked 3 miles per hour or longer died. The only men who died were those who walked less than 3 miles per hour. So they postulate that the Grim Reaper of Death only walks at 3 miles per hour. So keep on walking and you can live forever.
And Zorba, does the study mention anything about walking distance at all? Do you need to walk a certain length?
No, it was really looking at basically how quickly you walk. Now this actually dovetails with a number of other studies that show the faster you can walk, the healthier you are. In other words, the guys in this particular study who could walk 3 miles per hour were basically healthier. But it also reminds us that speed counts as much as distance. So when you're going to go out and walk, and obviously we all tend to put on our winter weight in Wisconsin, it's not just going for a stroll. We want to get our heart rate up and walk quicker. And that's really what the study was looking at.
But you don't necessarily have to run, right? That you still get the benefits as long as you're walking at a decent pace. You're not just
at a brisk
along.
That's exactly it, at a brisk pace. Now there is benefit to strolling. It's a day in the park. You want to stroll in the park, but in the wintertime or when you're exercising, you're going to want to move quickly. And that's really what they show. There's always benefit with walking, and I think the bottom line for the study is the faster you walk, the more benefit you get. And you don't have to jog. And frankly, over the age of about 45 or 50, jogging drops off really precipitously because of arthritis. And 70-year-old men, more of them are going to walk than jog. Walking, I think, is nature's best exercise. Safe for the joints, good to do.
And Zorba, so for your older patients, what do you recommend if they're not athletes, if they're not runners at all? What do you recommend if you want to get them to start moving again?
Well, first of all, if you've got heart disease, high blood pressure, talk to your doctor first. I think if you're an otherwise healthy person, you get out there and move. It's a good thing to do. Either you join a club so you can do it inside, or you go to the mall, or you bundle up and you go outside when there isn't ice on the ground. I would highly recommend it. But don't let not seeing a doctor keep you from walking. Basically, anyone can go and do some exercise unless they're severely ill. And the faster you walk, the better off you're going to be. So I'd recommend that we do something besides simply eat those Christmas cookies this time of year.
Well, and we have to seize the day with the weather, too. Yes. Now's the time to take a walk before the snow finally comes.
That's, a month from now, it's not going to be the same.
Well, happy holidays, Zorba. Good to see you.
Same to you.
We'll see you next time.